Yes, family.
Yes, sir.
Family, we're in the building right now. We're live in the heart of Brixton
Touchdown.
with the one and only Fuse ODG. It's your brother from another motherland, Mr. Mikel The Energy.
Come on now.
We stepped into, family, we're in the hub, family, our spiritual health store, bringing spiritual health and wellness to the community for the last 20 years. Netta Vital, family, holding it down, family. Herbs, botanics, cosmetics, books, tea, you know what I'm saying, family? We're enjoying this with my brother. We're about to catch up and have a conversation. Like, me and this guy been in Brixton for the past, how long we been out here, bro?
But we've been out here,
We've been out here, family. You know what I mean? And
it's been our playground.
I wanted to catch up on this side of life, you know, where so much has happened since we come out the gate as youngsters really wanting to make a change in the world. And yeah, man, we're in a new phase in our life, you know what I'm saying? Family men, you know what I'm saying? Looking after people all around the world and got real things that we want to communicate to the world, family. So this is a moment I just want to honor my brother to say I'm proud of you. I'm happy to see you. We're alive, we're well, we're looking beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
God is great.
God is great, family. So we're in the game, family. So yeah, I want to chop it out with you, fam. Talk to me about the campaign you've been on recently. You know what I mean? Let's start there, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that will really help us connect with, you know, the spirit of where we're at.
Yeah, now, first of all, thank you for having me.
Come on,
brother. Appreciate you. You know, our journey's been a marathon, do you know what I mean? And we're still on this, connected to our purpose. So it's a pleasure to be here today. So I want to hail you up as well, man, for the work that you're doing as well, grassroots work in London and also in the motherland, you know, in Kenya. You know, a lot of people don't know the kind of work that we've been putting in. But it's always nice to connect with like-minded people who are on ground also working as well, and not just, you know, talking about it, actually being about it. So
100%.
Definitely a pleasure to be here next to a move maker, world changer like you as well, man.
Come on, fam. From early.
But definitely, like, you know, I've just been, I guess, amplifying the mission that we've been on. I guess, you know, Bob Geldof decided to release a new version of Band-Aid. And again, the reason why it was, you know, I had to bring it up and speak up about it is because we already had a conversation about it 10 years ago. And he asked me to be a part of it.
I remember that.
Yeah, I see, exactly. As an artist, you know, any artist would love to be a part of that lineup, you know, but as a human being with a purpose, it just didn't align with the work that I do, you know, the work that we do, the mission that we're on, which is realigning how the world sees us and how Africans feel about themselves. And you know, and I made it very clear in our communications that I'd love to be a part of it, but, you know, and at the time it was 2014, you know, it's time for us to now, you know, I guess change the narrative of how the world sees us. And we can still raise money to uplift and support the people if truly that's what we want to do. And I gave him the option to, you know, for us to change some of the lyrics in there, and then also the images that goes with it, because I told him it's quite dehumanizing, the kind of images that's attached to these kind of campaigns. And a lot of these charitable organizations, they've been using this narrative to raise at the detriment of the continent, because it's always great to raise something in a short term, but we also need to be mindful about how we, I guess, uplift the continent in the long term.
Do you know what was mad, yeah? For me, because I've watched, you've done it, you've got a solid campaign on this right now. Yeah. What was really beautiful for me was how people was like, yeah, but he's raised tens of millions of pounds. But he's like, but we've lost billions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the way you broke down them numbers made even everyone else go like, right, actually, you know what I'm saying? Where's Bob Geldof at now? Is he still giving the silent treatment, or is he speaking up, or, you know, because these things in this day and age, it's very simple to change lyrics.
Very simple.
He stands more to gain than siding with where you're at. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? You could even do a whole next kind of thing with Africans if you wanted to. Like, but where's he at with that?
So I think this whole thing has kind of, you know, again, reinforced the kind of work that we're doing, to the point that there's a lot of work that we're doing externally to change people's perception, to change how people operate. You know, like organizations like Band-Aid and other initiatives. But what really came out through this whole campaign is that there's a lot of work. We need to just really focus inside.
Yes.
You know, and I'm not just talking about the work that we do. Every parent, you know, with a child, they need to focus on how they build their child inside, because there's only so much that you can do outside to stop people from acting a certain way, which is what I've been doing you know, through this campaign. But it's very essential how we operate inside, and this really reinforced that. And that's why I've been emphasizing about the educational app that we have, School of New Africa, Sona, which is about...
Come on, you got slap the horn on that one, right? You know what I'm saying?
Which is about empowering, you know, the next generation, empowering our kids to understand the powers that they have by highlighting Africa's contribution to the world that we're in now. You know, so it really highlights all these powerful leaders in the past, just so they can understand and see themselves in these people and kind of see a positive representation. So, you know, just to bring it back to my point, you know,
I want to talk about the app as well.
Yeah, just to bring it back to my point, he definitely heard what we said, because it wasn't just me saying it. So it's a whole nation of us, Africans and non-Africans alike.
Yeah.
But for him, because he's been doing this for over 40 years, he's struggling to grasp the idea that the world has moved on and evolved. So he, you know, and that's why I always say it's too late for the adults, but it's not late for the kids to learn. It's harder for adults to unlearn.
Yes.
And he's struggling to unlearn right now. So for us, it's the lesson here is that we need to really focus on the next generation and building them up. So no matter how the world sees them, they can still rise up and still, you know, continue thriving.
100%, bro. That's cold. And that's why the app is so important, you know, because that's one thing I'll emphasize is that man's just not out here, you know, atting Bob Geldof and saying, you need to do this for us, you need to do that, you need to change. It's like, really, you know, this is a campaign about a solution that you've already created. You get what I'm saying? He's already created the solution, and it's like, yo, Bob, like, there's an app here, you know what I'm saying? Like, and anyone who's interested in really giving to Africa and really developing the minds of Africans and the self-esteem, we've got something that not only does that, but also feeds into the economy. So, like, talk to me. One thing I loved about this app was the idea it comes with its own bank card. Like, children get their own kind of debit card that kind of helps them with learning. Talk to me about that. How does that work?
So School of New Africa is a digital educational platform that allows your child to learn about their history, but also unlock their pocket money. So it comes with a prepaid card. So as they learn their mission, they'll unlock their pocket money.
That's cool. That's cool.
So the missions are attached to tokens.
Okay.
Right, so every mission, you can earn a certain amount of tokens, and as a parent or the admin, because you don't have to be a parent, you can be the admin, uncle, auntie, you know, signing up your niece or your nephew. When they learn their mission, you can say that, okay, you get 10 tokens for this mission of Imhotep. Or
so do you set what tokens they get for each mission?
Exactly.
The parent sets that?
The parent sets that. So there's a parent account or admin account.
Okay.
So as the child unlocks the mission, let's say Imhotep mission or the Empire of Ghana mission or the Great Zimbabwe mission, they unlock 10 tokens, and you've already set the threshold that whenever they earn 20 tokens, they unlock £10.
Okay.
Right? If mission is 5 tokens, they need to do 4 missions to unlock their £20 every week.
That's cold.
Right,
That's cold.
And they can spend the money anywhere. They can spend the money
so
anywhere.
the debit card actually works in shops. It's like a Monzo type.
It works every year, exactly. It's like a Monzo type. And it's a partnership with MasterCard. So it's a normal
big MasterCard,
you know. You go and spend it anyway, So It's a world-class educational app for the world.
Come on, it's a world-class. Let's drink to that. That's beautiful. Wow.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, so they put the money on, they go through. Okay, cool. So, how is it now? Is it something that are we trying to get it into schools? Yeah. Or are you trying to? You know, I remember you talking to me about maybe doing workshops around the idea of it. What's the idea of getting it into the kind of social capital of young people and parents.
Of course. So
And how can we be a part of
the
that?
primary purpose is to tool up the parents. You know, it's a tool for the parent to help, again, build their child, build their self-confidence, build their mind, and just build them into leaders, right? Of course, you know, it would be fantastic for the schools to have. We've been getting requests, but we've really been prioritizing the parents.
Yeah.
Right, again, it's about really us looking inside rather than always looking outside, because we've been complaining for years about the schools changing the curriculum and Black History not just being 1 month, but it hasn't been done all these
100%.
years. So we really want to focus on tooling up the parents to make sure that they have that tool in their hands to really educate their child the right way. And of course, we have a B2B package as well for the schools, but we really just want to focus on the parents right now. But for sure, we've been talking to, you know, the relevant people to roll it out to businesses. Well, not just schools, even corporate organizations where, you know, our people are everywhere. And, you know, they usually have different schemes for different, you know, employees. Right?
Oh, so
we're
like
also
this would be
rolling
something
out
that might be offered like as part of a scheme.
Exactly.
Like you get healthcare, you get this
Exactly.
educational app. It's
Exactly.
part of working for us.
Exactly.
That's serious. That's serious.
Yeah, no, yeah. We're
There's something I
excited.
wanted to ask you about, because you know you spoke about Black History Month, yeah?
Yeah.
It's something I was thinking about, and I want to get your opinion on this.
Go on.
There's Black History Month. I remember I do workshops in Black History Month, and a lot of the times, if you're not dealing with African history, you're talking about present day celebrities, yeah? And I remember going to a school that had Bill Cosby on the wall, you know, because Bill Cosby's a hero, innit? Up until the point where he wasn't publicly and they had to take it down. Given all the new situations that's coming up, I feel like a lot of people are going to be taken down off of that wall, especially around Black men, as been spoken about in regards to Black history. As a well-established music artist, Grammy Award winning, you know what I'm saying, you've hit the heights of the music industry. What would you speak to in regards to Black male celebrities and, you know, the image they put out there, but not also that, but like how they really overcome this kind of energy that comes towards them in that way? Like, how have you managed to navigate yourself in that way? Because, you know, you're a hero. You get what I'm saying? You're a man at the end of the day as well.
You, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You, yeah.
You know, so like, how have you managed to navigate that? What do you think about that in regards to, you know, where we're at?
In regards to the, you know, other, you know, celebrities and stuff like that, I feel like you can kind of relate it to churches, you know, where like the members look at the, you know, the church leaders as like their hero.
Yeah.
But really they're human beings.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And the flesh is the flesh, the spirit is the spirit. The closer you are to the spirit, the less likely you destroy the flesh.
100.
Kind of thing. So yeah, I feel like we need to always kind of just understand that people are human beings. And we're only here for a job, but it's really about being linked to your spiritual purpose. And for me personally, I try my best to stay closer to my spiritual purpose as much as, you know, possible than the flesh.
Yeah.
Because the flesh will always let you down.
Just me.
Do you know what I mean? But I'm not so hard on myself on trying to be perfect. Do you know what I mean? Like, but obviously, like, my morals and my ethics and staying connected to my purpose just keeps me on my journey, and it helps me with my decisions. That's how I'm able to say no to certain things, and it really guides my decisions in life. So my advice to anybody would be like, just stay or define what your purpose is, identify what your purpose is, and stay as connected to it as possible, because your purpose will stop you from doing a lot of foolish stuff.
100%.
You know what I mean? So I try my best to stay as close to my purpose as possible. But yeah, regards to other people, again, they're just flesh, just human beings.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's really hard. Sometimes you can look up to someone and they can let you down. Do you know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that how they inspired you was wrong. Because God uses everyone. Do you know what I mean? That's one thing I know that God does. He uses people as vessels. You know, it could be any sinner that can come to you and give you that word that make you feel like, whoa, like I'm ready, I'm motivated. Do you know what I mean? We just need to understand everyone's flesh and not put that much pressure on them.
the flesh
Do
itself.
you know what I mean? And try and stay as connected to our purpose as possible. But it's not an easy way to navigate through life, but it makes life easier if you navigate that way.
100%. Yeah. That's beautiful, bro. So you spoke about purpose. How would you, again, for people, there's a lot of questions. This is a question I get all the time.
Yeah.
For you, someone identifying their purpose, what's the easiest way, or not the easiest, the most accessible way to identify your purpose and then rock on with it?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, I feel like that's a spiritual question in a way where you first, for the flesh, identify what you're passionate about, then link it to your purpose. Now, finding that purpose is where you need to really be in touch with yourself. You really have to tap inside for your purpose, and you can find it. Like, you really just have to look in yourself, because I feel like a lot of people look outside for the solution. Like, people are on Instagram watching other people, but really the answer is always inside of you. So for us, it's always, or for me, it's always been looking inside, and I always felt like, this sense of this urge to just want to serve. Right? And I feel like every human being is here to serve. You know, we're all here. Like, I'm your servant, you're my servant. Like, when I serve you, you serve me. You know, that's how you lead. A true leader serves. Do you know what I mean? I feel like just if you have that mentality and that perspective on life of serving, you would really find your purpose. Like, just have that.
So is it about what mobilizes the flesh? So look at what mobilizes your flesh and then link that
That's
to
the passion,
a higher purpose.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
And I feel like to get closer to that purpose, you just have to have a mentality and a spirit of serving. That act of service would help you identify that purpose.
Love service. Yeah. That's what we call my act. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Serving, giving, seeking nothing in return. Because knowing that when you've given something, you've received it yourself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You get what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm getting high off this tea. Can I get some more?
I know. What's going on? What's going on?
Big rap.
What's going on?
Come on, man.
Talk to me about some music real quick, man.
Yes, sir. My album is done. Spirit of New Africa.
Spirit of New Africa.
Yes, sir.
Soda.
Ra, 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 ra.
I clocked that, innit? You think I get that, innit?
Well done. You clocked that quick. Oh, no.
That's dope. That's sick.
Yeah, the album is done.
Spirit of New Africa.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about it. Like,
it's coming out in March. And again, the idea of that is we've been doing a lot of work about our people coming back home. But really, home is inside of you. Do you know what I mean? Wherever you are, like, you know, that energy of that pride, you know, that African in you is something that you can take anywhere with you. So really, this chapter is about us taking that self-love and that passion that we have for the continent or for who we are, for our culture, and just running everywhere with it. It's not physically just being in Africa.
100 million%. Africa's where people are at.
Exactly. You know what Kwame Nkrumah said. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah said, like, I'm African not because I was born in Africa, but because Africa was born in me.
How come people still got the heebie-jeebies about Africa? You know, I realize, because I've lived there and like I spent most of my time there. I thought we was over certain things now. I thought everyone knows about the motherland. And I was like, oh shoot.
No. There's still a lot more work.
There's a lot of work to do, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's some of the myths that people need to get out of their head about the motherland, like, immediately? What do you think?
What do I think? I thought I've been there for so long. I'm even forgetting. So I funnily enough had a conversation with Hackett, and Hackett was recalling some of the stuff that he thought.
Okay.
He actually thought that it was gonna smell.
What, in the motherland?
Yeah, when he landed.
Like everywhere.
Like everywhere in Africa. Like, he landed in Ghana and he just couldn't believe it.
Hey.
And that's how bad. You know, we got positioned. That's how we got.
Hold on, I got to cut you, yeah. You know Fuse. Tell them, remember, yeah. Hey, Fuse is the first person who took me to Africa, yeah. You know that. He's the first person who took me to Africa, you know. We landed in Congo. Fuse, do you remember? Do you remember what happened to me in Congo?
Which part, though? I feel like there's a few things that happened in Congo, bro.
The ones we can talk about on camera.
The ones we can talk about on camera, bro.
No, like, do you remember, like, so You just finished performing.
I know you cried.
Yeah.
I know you cried.
That was crazy. We just got off the stage. Made me do the song. Congo Commando. Yeah, Commando.
Yeah.
Crowd went crazy. We went up. We stayed in like some high hotel suite. And literally, I was on the balcony and you could see like, I think it was, I don't know if it could be the Congo River or the main lake, whatever's there.
Crazy view.
Bro. And I saw like one little boat and I just like, it's like all my ancestors just rushed to me and I buckled to my knees crying because I couldn't believe like, it's like I was looking through their lens. I was like, I made it back home. And I buckled to the ground. These like had to pick me up off the floor.
Yeah. It was so crazy because the show was amazing. It was on a high, you know, like just recapping how the show was. And yeah, I'm just like in my zone or whatever. Like, because obviously we've been traveling and hitting different spots. Like, it was so nice having Mikel to, you know, be around to experience it. But he was in his own zone and on a different zone. And that's what happens when everyone's journey in the motherland or to the motherland is different. And for him, he just saw it differently. You know, it was like a reconnection to his home. And everyone in Congo pretty much looked like you, actually.
Yes.
Actually, it looked like you as well. Like, we got in the lift, the security looked like you, remember? So it just really brought it back home, like, to him. And I literally turned and this guy was in a different world. And I was like, whoa. Listen, do you know what I mean? Your waist is from Congo, right? Anyway, so I had to like, you know, retune and just be like, yo, like, you know, he's on his like, you know what I'm saying, spiritual like reconnection kind of thing. And yeah, it was beautiful to see, man. And those trips were actually what really gave birth to This Is New Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we saw, the passion, the talent, you know, just the energy there was just like, wow. It was just wild, like just seeing how passionate the people were even about us.
100%.
They didn't even know us.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? And that's what made us think like, nah, these are the people we need to be fighting for. Like they need us.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
100 million percent.
You know, they need us to put in that work for them and kind of make the place a home.
100 million.
For all of us to be
percent.
next to each other. You know,
100 million percent. Like a lot of the stuff that I see that we fight for over here, that we complain about, that we dream about, like that energy that we have for change, for unity, for commerce, for business, entrepreneurship, our own industry, it's all there in the motherland. It's all there waiting for us to take responsibility, and the people want it as well. You know, one of the biggest revelations for me living in the motherland is that up until recently, the local people didn't have a concept of the diaspora. Like a group of people who've never been black people who've never been to Africa. Like, even my brother's nodding. He's like, even you were one of them, yeah? Like, who've never been to Africa, but they're African and they are dying. Their main wish is to just live in Africa. Like, a lot of people had to explain that concept to them that, I've never come here before. I've never lived here. And there's millions of people like me. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
And you have to understand that it's not their fault as well.
100%.
Even the curriculum, you know, across the continent is the British curriculum and the American curriculum. So they're not really studying our history. Mm-hmm. They're not understanding what's happened to us in the past. They're just seeing a reaction to something that they don't have, you know, the root cause. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's us that have to kind of close that gap for them and make them understand, like, all the different types of Africans that are scattered across the world that are trying to find their way back, you know, because they're dealing with their local issues. So they ain't even got the capacity to think about all of that. But this is something that needs to be ingrained in them from early in their education. Yeah. But yeah, and that's why we have to, the work is not just over here, it's across the continent.
It's something that I saw as an opportunity because it's like a lot of so this shop, for example, gets a lot of indigenous herbs from different parts of Africa, West Africa, East Africa, even this from Ethiopia. A lot of the herbs are from different parts of Africa. And it's like, there's a lot of more opportunity to really raise up the indigenous industries, the cultural-based industries and practices based on how much people over here want to know. So when I saw that, they didn't even know. I was like, oh, that's an opportunity. Like what I do, bringing people back to the motherland. We create unique tourism experiences that cater to the diaspora specifically. So that was something that they, up until we came, they weren't even thinking about that they could do, you know? So there's so much of that opportunity out there, and I really want to encourage people to like get out to the motherland. You know what I mean? Are you guys gonna do any kind of sauna kind of experiences in the motherland? Because that just feels like a natural offshoot.
Yeah, of course. We have a lot of plans actually. So actually, this January we're doing like a Tina Festival Kente party on the 4th of Jan. Which is like celebrating our culture, celebrating the motherland, just celebrating our heritage, our beauty, our talent,
you know what I'm saying?
Our skills, do you know what I mean? So, and it's bringing like-minded people in the same building. You get to meet people and, you know, chop it up with them and, you know, network with people, you know, turn up, learn up, you know, all the different vibes.
Yeah,
man.
man.
You know what I mean? On the 4th of Jan in Accra. So if you're in Ghana this year, make sure you pull up to Accra.
Come through, family.
Tina Festival, Kente party.
That's gonna be mad. That's gonna be mad. I need to get you out to Kenya, bro.
Hey, I'm ready.
To get you deep into the motherland, fam.
I'm ready, bro.
No socks, no shoes. Hey, you see Fuse? You know what I like about Fuse? You know, he's so African. You know, trust me. Like he
eat with my hand.
No, he gets real with it. I remember. I got too many stories. Man. I got too many stories with this guy, fam. This guy, like when he goes into the mother, you know, like in Thriller, when Michael Jackson's walking with the girl. And then when the zombies come around, you turn around and wait, Michael Jackson's a zombie as well. That's what Fuse is like, you know. Fuse will be on his best British behavior, yeah. When he's in Africa, he's an African man, you know. I'm telling you, a local boy. Nah, but I love that, bro. It's beautiful. And for me, one of the common things I heard, no matter where I've gone in Africa, like Ghana, Tanzania, Zambia, Zimbabwe, like people will say to me, always this one statement I hear everywhere: "Your home, be free." Like, it's mad. It's like they can see my head working too much and they're like, yo, you're home, be free. And that's one thing that I see. It's like the main difference is where we think from. Here, we're putting our head a lot. And in the motherland, everyone's operating from a heart space. And so it's much more natural. Things flow differently in terms of how we connect, fam.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a reconnection. Even one example is people in Ghana, they love eating together.
Yes.
Right, love to eat together.
Food is communal.
Everyone's just eating together. And it's something that I even forgot about, you know. Just remember, I did primary school in Ghana, so we were doing that. But being back in London, I kind of disconnected with my people. Even just holding my brother's hand became a next thing over here. But in Ghana, it's just normal. Do you know what I mean? To the point where when my Ghanaian friends come over here to London, I could tell that it's even hard for them to eat by themselves. So we still have to carry on eating together because it's like, I don't get it. Why is everyone
eating soda?
So, do you know what I mean? So all those energies, they don't even think about it like that in the motherland. It's just normal.
It's so normal, bro.
And it's something that's very much needed. You know, us eating together, you 100%. And I eating together, and just having conversations and just connecting. Do you know what I mean? There's all these things that we're kind of disconnected over here that happens across the continent that really keeps the community.
Keeps that connection going, that flow.
Exactly.
I'll never forget when I was in a hotel in Tema, and I woke up in the morning. And I came down looking for food, but I was up too early. Like, I'm an early bird. These guys were sleeping. So I came downstairs, and the woman had just finished cleaning up. And she was eating her breakfast. And she goes, you're invited. Bruv, you know, like, I went back upstairs. I'm like, bro, the woman downstairs said I'm invited.
I said she talk about food. I know. Talk about food.
I was like, what does she mean? I was like,
let's talk about the food,
She was trying to feed you, my brother. But you know what is the concept to me was like, the fact that was the last thing on my mind, that she would be inviting me to eat with her. At this time of the morning, it's her food. I ain't paid for it. Do you get it? It's like, that was the concept. It was wild to me. Like, I'm staying at the hotel, so I'm the one with the money. Do you get it? It was weird. And it was like, just that alone, that weird, on a foundational level, the love is a way of life. You get what I'm saying? And that's something that really I carried with me. You know what I mean? And I really enforce it into the way, you know, I live my life. You get what I'm saying?
And that's the energy we want to build into our kids. And I keep saying it's harder for us as adults to unlearn. But this is the kind of energy that we want to build into our kids. And again, through Sona, you know, we're doing that. You know, even the Ma'at laws, like the kind of teachings that it teaches the kids, like it really brings that sense of community back. Because that's how we get solutions to our problems. When we spend time with each other, you spend time with each other, we build trust with each other, we do business with each other,
100%.
we come up with solutions to our problems together. You know?
How can people like really support? Obviously, download the Sona app. You know, what other ways can people, you know, make noise about it? Is there any ways people can learn more? I've seen you doing some stuff with a couple of the families involved. Like,
Yeah, you can download the app everywhere, you know, on the App Store, School of New Africa. You can share it with your friends, you know, refer it to your friends. It's very important that every single parent, every black parent has access to this. So make sure that you share it with your community. And yeah, you know, we're more than open to also hear your feedback as well, because we're building it with the people. And that's why we met up with some of our customers, so we can understand their customer experience and see how we can improve it. So we're really building it with the people, because it's really for the people. So, you know, we even have some versions named after some of our customers.
That's dope.
Because through their feedback,
That's
we've got
dope.
a different version.
Yeah,
to the
you
app.
stepped it up differently.
So feel free to, you know, add your feedback as well. Join the community, join the Sona community, man. And let's turn his story into our story.
Come on, bro. Our story now.
Right.
Lastly, how important is music in pushing this message? Like, how important is it? You've named your album Spirit of New Africa.
Yeah.
You've got the app, School of New Africa. You know, this is New Africa. How important is music and the messaging that goes in there?
It's super important, and I like quantifying things sometimes. You know, through the music, through the Afrobeats movement, you know, there's been this self-love revolution. And it's not just this achievement that's like, you know, intangible, or this, you know, soft achievement. It's actually something that's brought people back home. And I always bring it down to the even tourism in Ghana, tourism across the continent. People are now coming back home. Partnered with the Ghana government to launch the Year of Return. And we raised
That was crazy.
$1.9 billion in revenue for the Ghana economy, due to the music, you know, the Afrobeats movement, and people feeling a sense of pride and wanting to find out where this sound comes from. So again, that's the power of the music. You know, it, as much as it ignites this soft, you know, sense of love inside of you, it actually converts into something that benefits the economy. Do you know what I mean? So definitely music has always been, you know, central in everything that I do, even for our ancestors. You know, that's how we communicated.
Powerful point.
Do you know what I mean? Like through the drums and, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just all the different instruments, you know, just to communicate with people. You know, we've got this drum in Ghana, the front on from drum, like, and the way that they play the drum, it's like they're communicating words. Do you know what I mean? So it's always been, you know, the foundation to everything that we've done, what our ancestors have done in the past. So for us, it's a key element, and that's really what's brought us here with Sona, where people now, there's a thirst for knowledge for who we are. And it's kind of hard to there's just information all over the place. And that's why we decided to partner with some of the best historians across the world. You know, we've got Robin Walker from the UK.
Robin Walker.
We've got you know,
Legend.
Dr. Anthony Browder.
Anthony Browder.
For
the
the
Browder
US.
Files. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Classic book.
We've got Fiona Compton.
Hey, my G.
Know your
Fiona
Caribbean.
Compton. Know your Caribbean, you know? Yeah.
Exactly. We've got Kojo Yanka from Ghana, an amazing author.
Wow.
And then we've got Lavinia, the Black Curriculum.
Oh,
on the board as well. So, you know, we've made sure that
we've got
all these powers together to build this curriculum and to kind of guide us in you know, bringing the best curriculum that we can bring to the people. And I have to shout out Nigel Stewart as well, who's the head of our curriculum.
Big up Nigel Stewart, man.
The School of Pan-African Thought. He's a powerful historian.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. So,
family, you see when people are out, you see, I don't want to hear no one out here in the so-called community talking about what's not going on and how bad things are, because when there's real people on the ground doing real things, one, there's real establishments like this, Netta Vital, everyone behind this desk is a dedicated student and expert in the field of spiritual health and wellness in some capacity, shape or form. And then you got people like brothers like Fuse ODG, who's taking this global around the world, developing, like, I'm not even gonna ask you how much it costs to make this. In fact, you might have to tell us something so people understand the numbers.
Yeah, we raised $1 million. We built on $1 million. So.
$1 million app, family, for you and your pickney. Like, let's be real. I don't want to hear nothing. I've got no time for conversations that say how bad things is and what we need to do now, because there's people doing it. And if you don't have the capacity to do it yourself, then support, make noise, share, show up. You get what I'm saying? Patronize, like put your money down, put your energy towards, because we can't do everything. But the little things we can do is a lot, family. And so this is, bro, I want to celebrate you. You understand?
I appreciate you.
No, differently.
You,
there's no one else who could talk like this, yeah? Because you see me, I've been there, bro. I was crying with you in the whips. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? 100%.
The journey's been crazy,
100%.
Bro.
Me and you were sharing GELDOF out of the car.
My
Mommy's GELDOF. So I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We've had police put guns to our heads because of our creativity. You get what I'm saying? On the floor, outside at nighttime, doing the most, family. And to be here and well, with the amount of people we're losing, you're healthy. We're doing the right thing. You're living the promise you made to yourself.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Long time ago. Do you understand?
Thank you. I appreciate you.
You understand? So I don't want to hear nothing from nobody, family.
And I appreciate your support, bro, man. Trust me, man. Like, I appreciate the relationship as well.
We're out here, fam.
But the journey is not an easy journey.
It's not.
It's not an easy journey.
It's a mental labyrinth.
It's
a mental labyrinth, and it's hard, fam.
Yes, sir.
And you know what I'm saying? So I have a lot of empathy for everyone. Like, everyone. I have a lot of empathy for everyone. Because everyone's dealing with a universe between their ears. And so for you to come out here, all of you guys, all of us, show up at your best and say, yeah, I'm showing up for this reason, and it's righteous, and you ain't let whatever's come in your sphere take you off, kudos to you, man. Congratulations. You get what I'm saying? You know, like, I've got this saying, we still gonna look sexy changing the world. Like, that's been my mantra, because it's important. It's important that we look good.
Yes, sir.
So our children can be inspired to walk the same paths. It's not easy paths we're walking. So our children need to be inspired by what we're doing. You know what I mean? It should be keeping us healthy. It should be making us more free, more smiles on our face. You know what I mean? Then supporting the community isn't a chore. You know what I mean? It's a party. You know what I mean? And that's the experience of the motherland.
Yeah, we have to be that example. Actually, look fly whilst doing it.
100%.
You know what I mean? Make it look sexy.
You know what I'm saying?
Changing the world is sexy.
It's
changing people's mentalities.
It's a sexy thing, fam.
Raising people's vibration and mindsets.
It's a sexy vibration.
You know what I mean? And it's an exciting journey, man. Just, you know what I mean? Just kind of focusing on work on impact, you know, and because music is what we love to do, man. It's just easy for us, you know. Like,
at the end of the day,
easy, but you know, the real work is in impact. You know, what are we using what we love to do to do?
What we using it for?
What we using it for? Exactly.
100%. You can never know the impact. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But we're here, family. Love. We're gonna end it there. Thank you for the tea.
Big blessing.
Oh, we got a question. Go on, one question quick while we enjoy the tea. What about them?
That's the question.
What about who lack knowledge about the mother? Well, one, the Sonnet app is going to be helpful because it's our history at the end of the day.
And that's one of the reasons why we've got Fiona Compton on board. You know, to help us tell that story and kind of realign,
make those connections,
our Caribbean brothers and sisters as well. Because on the app, actually, it's the world map. And we're just going to take you through all the different parts of the world. And kind of tell the history from that perspective. So, definitely we have stories coming from that side. You know, even I'm excited about, you know, diving into the Maroons.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
That's my culture right there. Yeah, fam.
You know what I mean? There's so many, like, our history is so vast.
Beautiful.
Like, it can never stop. So again, every week we're releasing missions, you know, because our history is just a lot. And it goes way back. It's not just from 400 years ago. You know what I mean? 40,000 years ago.
Big.
You know what I mean? Like,
big.
So
we are a tale as old as time. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I realized, like, more, you know, the more and more like I tap into like dance, music, like, we're so alike. We're really just one people expressing God's expression in just various different, just miniature ways. You get what I'm saying? You know? And so I really want us to tap back into those things that unite us. You know what I mean? Like the music, like the movement, and its spiritual purpose, you know? Like what we do with food and that communal eating that I've noticed everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I remember the first time I was eating with my hands, yeah? So funny. And I must have started eating with my left hand, innit?
Oh my gosh, what a disrespect.
I swear, it was so funny, yeah? I'm going to make a movie about my life, you know? My trip to Africa is a movie. I felt like the whole restaurant just stopped. Literally, I heard like plates drop. And Fuse was like mid flow. He was like,
oh,
bro,
mate, I had to break it
he
down.
was like, yo. It's so mad. And things like that is Africa wide. So you know they've existed for a long time. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you notice and see that everywhere. And those things.
But saying that, the motherland and people across the continent are a lot more forgiving now.
Yeah, they are. They are.
A lot more
Now
forgiving
they know that there's a group of people coming from they call it the fifth region, the sixth region. Yeah. The diaspora is officially recognized by the African Union as the sixth region of Africa. So yeah, us sixers, you know what I'm saying? We're coming to be re-indigenized, fam. Yes, but yeah, my brother, love, man. Thank you so much, always, bro. Man. Come on, bro.
Big ra.
Yo, love, just the beginning.
Big
We're
love
still
to
young.
Mikel and me, man. Mikel The Energy, man. The biggest energy.
We in the game, family. New song out right now, Meditation. Go check that out on Spotify.
Come on now.
It's a Chesaroho game, family. Sona app, go and download that,
check
family.
Out We Know It's Christmas as well.
We know it's Christmas. It's coming up. Run that up in the next couple weeks.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And if you're in Ghana, you know it to be in January.
Yes, sir.
I might have to fly over there, you know. I might have to fly over there and shut it down still.
Pull up, bro.
Yes, family. Big up Netta Vital, family. Your place for spiritual health and wellness right here in the heart of Brixton. You done now. Peace in, love out. Hey! Yes, fam.
Nice one, brother.
Love, fam.
Appreciate you.
Come on.